a documentary like this that shares all this information that we should know, that we should be learning in biology class, and we're not learning it. Is something that makes me feel more welcome on this planet.
We didn't know how we truly came to be, and gay sex would be that way. Do I have this correct? Right. And this is the left. There is no logical consistency. This next thing, now, just so you know, I was instructed not to watch this.
And you prevented everyone else in this room from
I haven't seen it either, yeah.
Before being on air. So I have no idea where this segment is going to go.
You know where it's going to go. It's going to piss you off. That's where it's going to go.
Yeah, people here really enjoy that. They enjoy getting a rise out of me. And it's not healthy. It's not a healthy way to live. But I'm okay with it. In case we have to leave during the middle of a clip, if you are not yet, by the way, a Rumble Premium member, consider clicking that button below. Rumble Premium is Mug Club. Mug Club is Rumble Premium. It's $99 a year. You get this wonderful hand-etched mug, 100% more show, along with all the content you see ad-free. It's your best one-stop shop. Oh, and by the way, if not, hey, you take a multivitamin, take the best one in the world. It's the only other company I run, foundationdaily.com. You get 40% off. Lab-tested, fully transparent, clinical ingredients that are clinically effective at the clinical dosage because so many supplement companies are full of crap. So either way, that's how you keep the lights on, and we're not funded by a foreign caliphate. That's fun. Next thing, Ellen Page.
Point of privilege.
Yes?
It's Ethan now.
Ethan?
It's no longer Elliot?
Oh, you said Ellen. You said Ellen.
I did say Ellen, and now he hit him with. Now she says Elliot.
Oh, what did I say?
You said Ethan.
Oh,
was I whispered?
You're thinking Mission Impossible.
Either way, it's not a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I deserve it.
All right, come on.
You're thinking Mission Impossible, dark gassioning.
Not fair.
Mission Impossible, phallus protocol.
My point is, stop misgendering. I misnamed, but I got the right gender.
That's true.
I'm a good person.
Yeah, that's true. You are a good person. I readily admit that I'm not. Some of you say Elliot. Some of you say Ethan. I just say Ellen. Why? Because I feel like it. So Ellen Page put out a documentary, and as I understand it, it's called Second Nature, and it's about sodomite animals.
Homosexual behavior in nature is one of the best kept secrets. It's absolutely everywhere.
What are you,
Dolphins have homosexual sex all the time. Penguins pair bond with members of the same sex too.
And don't produce that.
Yeah. Black swans, gray lagoons.
They're not capable of spoken language.
How did you get them to do that? They show them a video of you?
Not only do many species illustrate homosexuality and gender multiplicity, they also illustrate
Pause.
sex.
What was that? Am I supposed to go along with this? Is this like, this is one of those things, the funniest, if we can pull this one time with that Elizabeth Holmes documentary. Yeah. It's the hardest I ever laughed on air, and they're interviewing people. Was it Theranos? They're interviewing people, talking about it, they're talking about working with Elizabeth Holmes. And then all of a sudden we're just supposed to go like, oh yeah, sure. It's this monstrosity, female to male, quote unquote, transgender. And he's just thrown in there. He's like, yeah, I was the only one who was willing to stick up to her because I wasn't scared. Like, well, you're a man. And we're just supposed to watch it and go like, yeah, of course. Of course, sure. Yeah, this scientist knows about animals that engage in rectal friction. Let's just continue.
Gender multiplicity, they also illustrate sex.
They can't do math.
Where females change to become males, for example, or males to females.
Biologists now know sexuality is fluid, and that all of that is normal.
Shut up. They put an elephant.
There's a lot of diversity in nature.
On the elephant clip?
And we need to know these stories so we can make
all right.
up our own
Hold on a second. I see a lot of hands going up in the studio. Everyone shut up. Because I didn't watch this, I'll tell you the problem with this, okay? It's sort of an equivalent to the natural fallacy. Well, animals do this, and it's normal. Now show us where when two male lions get into a fight, it's not just to the death. The male lion, who is the victor, kills all of the other male lions. Are they cubs? Cubs, because they're eliminating the bloodline. It's normal. It's now show us how dolphins gang rape for fun. Just because animals do it, it's just like vegetarians. They used to do this. They go, you don't need all that protein. Look at gorillas. They just eat. Well, I'm not a gorilla, Doug.
Dogs are gay, so we can be gay too. Yeah, we licks his asshole too.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think he minds a little gay sex.
I mean, it's just, I don't think you may. If you have the wrong dog, if your couch is velour, forget about it. That's a wonderland. So they just do it. Animals do it. So, cows only eat grass. I don't care. That has nothing to do with me. They do it to push some diet. They do it to push some social agenda. And then, in the same breath, they'll go, and we're not animals. Well, which is it?
I would love to see one of these narrators talking about the monkeys having gay sex, and then just in the middle of it, one of the camera guys throws shit in their face. And goes, ah! You go, what happened?
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
What happened to me, too? You know how male sea otters pick their mates? I know on BuzzFeed, I'm like, they're holding hands. No, he bites her. That's why he has claws. That's why he has barbed claws. One of the reasons, the most fun reason. So she can't get away. He just goes, yeah, I don't care about consent. Is this convincing anybody?
And like the praying mantis, women should be allowed to kill their mate after sex.
Does a praying mantis do that? I know the Black Widow does that.
The praying mantis does something like that. I was
something
close.
like that.
Yeah, I was close.
Praying mantis 8.
Oh my God! And I want to go to this is obviously aimed at children or grown adults who think like children, right? This is how they propagate. Oh my God, animals do it? Well, then I guess it's good. You're not an animal. You are not an animal. You don't resemble them in biology.
Oh look, my food is gay.
Yeah.
What?
I guess this Salisbury steak has committed a hate crime.
I'm gay too now. What?
Oh my gosh, does it rub off on me? I'm sure I can dilute it if I put some melted cheese on it. What, Noodles?
She brought up that animals can change their sex in nature. Yeah, it's not because they're not happy with the body that they're trapped in. It's because it's their only option to propagate their species when there is only one sex in their immediate vicinity.
Yeah.
So it's for repopulation purposes.
Yeah,
what animals do that? Was like a seahorse? Like
there are a few different ones.
Amphibians, typically.
Amphibians? Yeah, it's not like they go to their amphibious doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I'm unhappy. Can you change my parts?
Dr. Frank Oz, I want to do away with my testicles. It's just like this. Is this convincing anybody? This is the level of argumentation we can expect from the left. And Elliot Page has been very clear. Look, Ellen Page is a very damaged person, obviously. You don't do this unless there's something wrong. And my heart goes out to this person. My heart doesn't go out to the people who enable that person and know that it's wrong. This is going to go down as a very, very dark period in human history where we allowed children to be mutilated. And make no mistake, that's what this is about. This is about getting to the point, like you just saw, let's bring this up, David Cross on Bill Maher. You know I'm no fan of Bill Maher, but he called him to the mat on that. Where he's like, a trans kid who was 9 and then one who was 3. Just acting like it's normal. We're supposed to go along with it. Yeah, okay, sure. This is about indoctrinating your children and making sure that it's all declared a fundamental human right. They're even making the case it's rooted in natural rights. Because look at nature, animals. Here's a big difference, too. The way that conservatives, the way that traditional Christian conservatives especially view the world is we are very different from the animals. We are uniquely set apart from the animals. Why? Because we have the ability to rationalize, because we have self-awareness, because we are the only species that have these conversations. I don't care what the sonar with the whales says. They're not discussing the ethical nature of how to consume or process animals. We are different. The left doesn't believe that. The left believes that you should be reduced to your base animal instinct. Here are some highlights, again, that I have not seen. We're going to continue on Rumble Premium because I'm sure we're going to light off a big old mouth cannon and let it rip. Highlights from the gay animal movie, as I'm calling it.
What drew you to this project as narrator and producer?
Gosh, well, I think when I watched it, I learned so much, absolutely, and I felt
Bono on Ozempic.
Really affirmed, as a queer, as a trans person. And
she looks like Logic, the rapper.
I also felt silly for not knowing this information and
Say the N-word.
Assuming it to actually be the truth.
As someone who grew up in Texas in the 1900s, I was taught that females are naturally inferior to males and queerness is simply unnatural. And I just wanted people to know that that's not true at all, and that if you're queer, you absolutely belong here on Earth just like anybody else, and nobody can kick you out.
A documentary like this that shares all this information that we should know, that we should be learning in biology class, and we're not learning it. Is something that makes me feel more welcome on this planet. And you're understanding that.
Right after photosynthesis, let's do gay monkey sex.
Is just a part of the fabric of the natural world. The idea of this strict gender binary, this sort of cishet patriarchal like approach and formulation of
Throw all
society.
the trigger words in there.
More buzzwords.
It's actually just a quaint little myth.
We're so often shown a nature doc that teaches us how the world is, right? And it's usually a man's voice comes in and tells us how we came to be. And
David Attenborough.
This stuff is never included. And I've learned
Morgan
now
Freeman.
since I've been gathering this footage for so long that this behavior is observed all the time, but people were simply framing it out or cutting it out. So I knew that I wanted to make it a nature documentary because I felt that we'd never been shown actually how we truly came to be, and we needed a man's voice again to tell us.
Show me the lesbian animal sex.
And this time it's Elliot Page.
Show me the lion scissoring.
We've always needed
yes, we didn't know how we truly came to be. And gay sex would be that way. Do I have this correct? Right. Here's the issue. Just apply it, and this is the left. There is no logical consistency. Now, there's nothing logically inconsistent in me saying, well, it's largely irrelevant. Why? Well, because they're animals, and we're not animals. You can look to animals, for example, to see, for example, our basic instinct, our beast-like instinct, how we may act if we don't appeal to our better angels, if we don't actually have a moral compass, if we weren't fearfully and wonderfully created in the image of God, where we are actually called to question these issues, or we are actually called to a different degree of morality. There's nothing logically inconsistent with me going, well, I don't care if these animals gang rape each other. Why? Because we don't do that. We're people. But here's the thing. If they apply it across the board, let's do that. It's just that, it's a myth, that gender is a myth because animals don't do it. Okay. Is consent a myth? Because that doesn't exist in the animal kingdom. When you talk about, they're just, they love what they love and they're attracted. Let me ask you this. Is body positivity something in the animal kingdom? Or do you see time after time that within their given species, animals will pick who they view as the most suitable mate, most likely genetically to reproduce and look for those traits? Or do the spider monkeys say all body types are beautiful? Now, to be clear, they're probably not super choosy. I watched one hump a guy's a Sikh's turban one time, and he had a great time with it. My point is, they don't go all bodies are beautiful. No, yeah, it's all the same. No. You are talking about instinctively breeding based on genetic traits with or without consent. So why don't you apply that? You don't. You just go, yeah, but some of them are gay. Yeah, there's a lot of gay rape too. Did you know that? They're just, here's the thing. Why are you assuming in all instances both lions or both dolphins are gay? There's one who's not a huge fan of it. It hurts.
Yeah, and like I kind of mentioned a second ago, they're not showing any lesbian animals. They're showing the animals that have an instrument that they stick into a thing. Yes. They found a thing to stick it into, and they did. Exactly. Because they're animals, and they're not capable of critical thought.
Yes. What were you saying there?
No, that was exactly, you brought up the sheik's turban thing, and I was going to say basically exactly what Josh just said. They're just looking for a hole. That's all they care about.
Yeah. And if I said sheik, I meant to say Sikh's turban. It was a Sikh's turban. It was with the holy dagger thing. That, He didn't deserve it, by the way. That Sikh deserved better.
The turban did.
Both of them.
Hey! Give me your wallet now!
I don't have a wallet.
What do you mean you don't have a wallet?
I don't need one.
Yeah, well, what about your driver's license?
I don't have one of those either.
You can't get a driver's license?
No, I can get one. I just don't like the bureaucracy. I don't like standing in lines.
You sound like a liar, which is like one of the worst things to be, even worse than a thief. Are you a liar? How do you pay for things, liar?
I use Rumble Wallet.
What's Rumble Wallet? Some kind of vibrating sack of cash?
No, it's a place where I can manage my crypto in one spot. It's as easy as money.
Well, then give me that!
I can't. It's encrypted.
Yeah? Well, how about I stab you until you give me the encryption, huh?
Go to wallet.rumble.com to download the Rumble Wallet today. No banks, no fees, no middlemen, just your money, and now all of your crypto in one secure, easy-to-use place. Get started today. Apply it across the board. They don't. Because the truth is, I acknowledge that in the absence of God, in the absence of the foundation, the structures that we have that have been created in the Western world, whether these people believe in God or not, believe in the Christian God or not, they benefit from the systems that have been created therein. I acknowledge that without those, it is a might makes right world. Meaning, hey, the myth of gender is actually, you're right in the sense of the social construction that we're the only species where we say, we don't overpower women. Why? Because women would never get anything done. They wouldn't be able to have any rights. Why? Because we're stronger than them. We can overpower them. But we're not animals. So because we understand the necessity of male, female, and then, of course, morally, spiritually, the union of man, woman, husband, wife, we have set asides for women where we say, well, we treat them differently because we want them around and we want to live harmoniously, and we don't simply want to live in a world of might is right. They don't know what they're advocating for because they haven't actually considered the totality of it. They think it ends with, some animals are gay, so let's be gay. Great. Oh, wait, there's a in your face that you didn't ask for.
It always ends there, doesn't it?
It's just, I'm like...
Where it begins.
Why couldn't Gerald have made that point?
I mean, they did the same thing with the polar bears. And Al Gore, going back to like, the polar bears. By the way, there are more polar bears than ever. That was one of the significant
errors. They have to try to drown. It's like
they have hollow hair fibers. They float.
Exactly.
They float. And they're like, we're just really. First off, we're not going out of our way to treat polar bears badly. Okay, me using a microwave oven or driving an SUV is not. I'm not sitting there like, fuck these polar bears. I don't even think about it.
I hate those Coca-Cola bastards.
But what do you think a polar bear would do if he had your brain power? What do you think a polar bear would do if he had access to ChatGPT,
whatever,
or Gemini, and understood how to use it? You think he'd be empathetic to you? Do you think that your polar bear overlords would be merciful?
They certainly wouldn't stay caged up in San Diego.
No, they would not.
No, be eating everyone.
He's like, turn down the air.
No.
Yeah, turn off the AC. What are you doing? This isn't where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's always playing on your heartstrings. And if you, this is why they don't answer for it. This is why the Marxist right, I view them as the left, because they don't answer for it. They'll never answer to criticisms or to have legitimate debate. They throw something out there and they hope that it sticks. That's what you see with Al Gore. Throw out an inconvenient truth, hope it sticks. 9 significant errors, okay, whatever. I'll disappear for a little while, probably have some fun with some male masseuses, come back, Ice Age. That's what they do. They're never held accountable for any of their disastrous policies, proposals, worldviews. COVID, they still don't hold themselves accountable. The results are in. It's not what information did you have, right? It's did other people try to present the information that we now hold to be true at the time you were denying it? At the moment of COVID, when people are saying, you know what, locking down the schools like this with no plan and acquiescing to the teachers' unions, you're going to see levels of alcoholism skyrocket. You're going to see mental health issues skyrocket. You're going to see antisocial behavior. This is not just without consequence. Well, guess what? Here we are. The results are, and we know that to be true. We know it to be true. They don't answer for it. Throw everything out there and hope it sticks. That's why there's no logical inconsistency, because what they throw out is simply aimed at whoever they view to be the oppressor. Male, okay, let's throw some crap there. White, Christian, let's America, throw it there. And then you go, wait a second, hold on a second. You're not actually advocating that we align with China, who have slave labor and are using more coal than any other planet, and we also just act like animals because some of them happen to be queer? That's not what you're saying, are you? It's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Well, what are you saying? And they'll move on down the trail with their equally gay publicist.
Well, and something she said, too, that kind of stuck out to me, she's saying she wanted to, she felt a little bit more welcomed on this planet because of this. And I'm like, I don't want you to. And I said that, and I don't. Now, here's why. And that may sound harsh, but here's what's harsher. People making the same tragic mistake that you made because they're following your advice or advice that they would get from some video like this, from some professor that they may have, or God forbid, some elementary school teacher, because I'm sure you want to show this to kids. I would rather they go, you know what? I'm not going to go down that same road and do irreversible damage to themselves. I'm more compassionate for them. You've already made your choice. I don't want you to feel more welcome. I don't want you to think that what you're going through is normal, because I don't want anybody else to think that that's normal either, because I care about them.
Right.
And I would rather see better outcomes for them. So I'm sorry if you feel uncomfortable. You're supposed to.
Yeah. And this happens all the time to these people. Like, I just remember the vegan thing when that was a big trend. And before then, it went like paleo and now carnivore. And I'm not saying that they're all equally detrimental, but when people become very dogmatic about diets, the vegans, obviously, they were the most zealous. And they go, well, and they point to, they go, look at the muscle mass. Do you realize that a gorilla is X times stronger than a man? I'm like, yeah, okay, they only eat leaves. Yeah, they also have the tiniest dick proportionally of the animal kingdom. Look at this. I don't want to.
We have a blurred and not blurred.
We have a you know what? No, we don't need. This is matter. This is biology.
Yeah, it's animals.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, look. Eat nothing but plants, and you look like this.
Need it.
Oh, you don't have it?
Here it's coming.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you have the blurred?
Yeah. No.
This is
coming
the.
not blurred.
You have the not.
Oh,
Where is it?
It's just a finger.
Oh,
seen
that's
my
it?
wiener?
Like
Oh
the.
my goodness.
Yeah.
That's not a nipple.
That's a
gorilla penis. That's why it's the ultimate insult, because people don't
really
know it.
is.
I'll be like, hey, whoa,
It's
Chris
shaped like
Cuomo,
that.
I'm sorry, man. I mean, you're the big swinging gorilla in the room. I don't want to tangle with you. There goes old gorilla he says.
I didn't know it was shaped like an upside down ice cream cone.
I know.
Weird.
Yeah, it's like a Nestle drumstick.
Like a party hat.
Yeah.
This gets laughed at by the other animals. Like,
No, I don't think
Not
we're all
really.
laughing
Gorilla
at gorillas.
mess you up,
Yeah,
dude.
gorillas will mess you
yeah,
up.
but he's got a small penis. You're gonna get messed up either way, so it might as well go out on a laugh.
At least the rape won't be as bad.
It looked pretty big to me.
Yeah, okay.
Do you think the other lady gorilla's like, oh yeah, it's huge, biggest one I've seen?
Yeah, it's like, I don't like it when it's too big. You're the female gorilla. I don't like it when it's too big. Yours is just perfect.
I've seen bananas bigger than that.
Do you fake? No.
Never.
Don't worry, it happens to lots of gorillas. It's just not a valid, like, you can look to how certain. Hey, here's the other thing they also refuse to acknowledge. Hey, hold on a second. In the animal kingdom, do they have hierarchies?
Mm-hmm.
Do those exist? Oh, you don't believe? Oh, that's Are some animals, are most animals distinctly patriarchal? Certainly the ones that would be most comparable, like mammals.
I don't know, like the
deny that.
lions that were being shown under your voiceover.
Yeah.
You think that the king of the jungle has a patriarchy?
They'll just be like, and there are exceptions. I get it. I understand it. There are exceptions, but I'm not the one arguing that animals do, therefore we should insert whatever silly bullshit here.
That's exactly what they're implying, too.
Yeah. I feel more welcome. I probably shouldn't say this. I feel more welcome around a pride of lions than that's because they're in the zoo. They would eat you. They would eat you. They would kill you. They would eat you. Okay? They don't care about you. You wouldn't have the opportunity to voice your discontent with gender norms. This idea that they, in some instances, resort to other forms of friction. Hey, let's even just take their premise. Oh, all right, that friction. Do they form lifelong bonds? Or do they engage in what most humans would refer to as cheating, disloyalty? I know you'll find exceptions. These animals mate for life. Yeah, but not all of them, okay?
What an absurd comparison. She's wearing glasses.
Yeah, I know.
You're wearing no animal has ever worn glasses.
Good point.
Well, after the kill, sometimes they're like, "What is this?" They got blood stained.
Closest you get is a penguin because they look like they're wearing a tuxedo.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, they always are dressed up.
You know, penguins check. Like, you want to talk about this? I used to have this in stand-up. I haven't done it in years, but it's true. We're watching a special on penguins. You know how they check the water for seals, their predator, their natural predator? They don't have a system. Whoever is closest to the edge of the iceberg, they just shove off. and then it's like this moment of panic where it's falling. It's like, it's trying to get back on. And then every now and then it comes back on. He's like, what the f? And they're like, we got to do it. Sorry.
And if anyone's going to be the test penguin, it's Ellen Page.
Yeah, exactly.
Even that Amazonian woman standing next to her would have been like...
Yeah. Even if she's in the middle of the iceberg, you could pick her up one-handed and just like a handball.
Take that, Ethan.
Yeah.
you could yell something cool like judo or something.
Oh, you're still here watching this on YouTube? There's no more. It's over. Just like YouTube. YouTube is over. It's not a thing anymore. How many Seth Meyers clips do you need? Head on over to Rumble. Follow me there. Live on weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern, where we can actually speak freely and don't have to self-censor. YouTube it's really not a thing. Like, you ever seen one of those towns that maybe was like a mining town, or maybe they made some kind of alloy? You say, hey, I wonder what they did in this town. It takes a while to find a person who can tell you what they did in that town, and even then you don't fully understand it. That's YouTube. YouTube is that town. So go to Rumble.